Well, I'll ask you one final question.
Don't make me wrong. Go ahead.
Ahead of tomorrow's hearing, because you were asked earlier in the news conference by
Say it again.
about the hearing tomorrow. You
Yes.
were asked earlier in the news conference by my friend from Sky News about the message that you are sending to
Yes.
the women of the country.
Right.
What about the message that you may be sending to young men? You're a father. What does this moment that we're in, the cultural moment?
It's a very big cultural moment.
Right. So what messages
It's
do
a
you
very
have for the
big.
young
It's
men
also,
of America?
You're right. I think it's a great question. This is a very big moment for our country because you have a man who's very outstanding, but he's got very strong charges against him. Probably charges that nobody's going to be able to prove. So I could have you chosen for a position. I could have you, anybody. And somebody could say things, and it's happened to me many times, where false statements are made. And honestly, nobody knows who to believe. I could pick another Supreme Court justice. I could pick another one. This could go on forever. Somebody could come and say 30 years ago, 25 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, he did a horrible thing to me. He did this, he did that, he did that. And honestly, it's a very dangerous period in our country. And it's being perpetrated by some very evil people. Some of them are Democrats, I must say, because some of them know that this is just a game that they're playing. It's a con game. It's at the highest level. We're talking about the United States Supreme Court. This can go on forever. I can pick 5 other people. At a certain point, people are going to say, no, thank you. This is the most coveted job probably in the world. And you know what? I would honestly say, because I interviewed great people for this job. He's great. But I interviewed other great people for this job. I could conceivably imagine going to one of them and saying, it's too bad what happened to this wonderful man. But I'm going to choose you, number 2. I want you to go. And I could conceivably be turned down by somebody that desperately wanted this job 2 months ago. So this is beyond Supreme Court.
Right.
There's nothing beyond Supreme Court. This is beyond Supreme Court. This has everything to do with our country. When you are guilty until proven innocent, it's just not supposed to be that way. Always I heard, you're innocent until proven guilty. I've heard this for so long, and it's such a beautiful phrase. In this case, you're guilty until proven innocent. I think that is a very, very dangerous standard for our country. With that being said, I look forward to what she has to say. I also look very forward to what Judge Kavanaugh has to say. I think it's going to be a very, very important day in the history